Hello and welcome back to the Baby Bookish YouTube channel. Today I will be decorating and setting up my new goals / motivational planner. I will be using products from Brittany McCohen. I'm pretty sure her shop is closed now, but you can still find her products through her stationery subscription, which is called My Stationery Subscription. You can find that on Instagram. They've got some really amazing products, really recommend them. The notebook was a gift from my boyfriend this Christmas and I can't wait to decorate it. It's a really subtle pink faux leather and it has a nice big pocket in the back. The pages are nice and thick, so they're not really going to bleed through with any pens. And you're just going to be able to watch me decorate this first page. I want to create a collage. I'm really excited about setting this up. So basically what I wanted to create with this is a fresh sort of springtime vibe for the first page, because it's the start of the new year and hopefully the start of some good new habits. I want to create a double page spread for every month of the year, so I can do sort of a summary of each month, so I can see very clearly how the progression has gone over the year when I look back. And then past that will be the pages where I just write a bit every single day, just tidbits about how I've been feeling that day, or things I've done well, things I could have done better. It's just to help me be more in line with my goals. I want to be more healthy body and mind, so this means for me personally drinking more water, staying more hydrated, mood tracking, because I know there are certain things that affect my mood negatively which I want to eventually phase out. Reading more, because that keeps me pretty calm, pretty stress-free. And I think it's just a really nice habit to have, because I've got so many books that I want to read and I tend to procrastinate and not make time for, which is quite sad. But hopefully with this planner and with my plan, I should get to where I want to be and do more positive things. So back to the crafting. This is me just swatching out some colours for my calligraphy. I am nowhere near a professional calligraphy artist. I am still learning, and I think it's good for me to show my practice and my process with calligraphy, because there are so many beautiful, just gorgeous YouTube videos out there of people creating pen pal with me videos, and it's like all of a sudden they have this amazing calligraphy skill. They don't always show the process behind how they learned how to do that, and some people think they can pick up a certain pen like a Tombow and instantly they will have that amazing skill. It's not necessarily the case. I have all sorts of pens, and at the moment some of my favourite to use as a beginner in calligraphy is the Crayola Super Tips. They are really cheap. You can get tons of fun bright colours. I'll recommend them to anyone, because if you're wanting to learn calligraphy, maybe the bigger / softer brush tips are not as easy to use. And I think when you're learning, it's fun to sort of learn the details and the different kinds of calligraphy you can do. Like, I find that the real prettiness in my calligraphy comes out once I've put sort of the black liner and then my jelly roll little stars or highlights on the calligraphy. Like this one, I thought it looked a bit meh to start off with as I was just doing it, maybe a little bit messy. But once the details are on there, I was actually quite proud of it. I didn't end up using this one though, just because I did it a bit too big for what I wanted in the collage, because I wanted a this belongs to Libby part on the front page. And yeah, this took up a bit too much room, I think. So I think I chose the second one I did, which is usually the way. It's usually the first or second try is the one I end up picking, because I like the colour matches the best. But yeah, I think it'd be good to show everyone that I'm not perfect with my skills. I think it's fun to learn new skills, and you're gonna have moments where they're not amazing, but you can still be proud of what you make, and they can still end up looking quite nice, even if they're not the ones you see in these gorgeous Instagram posts or very professional videos. So I hope it encourages some of you to have a look at your own skills and maybe pick it back up again or something like that, you know? Yeah, so for the second one, I think I improved on the ombre effect. It wasn't just two tones, I used 3 different kind of colours and sort of blended them in together, and it gave it a bit of a nicer tone by the end of it. Again, my bees are not perfect, they're a bit wonky, but I still think they look really pretty, and I love the ombre effect, so that's the one I ended up using. I think it's also good to show the sort of failed attempts, because there are many. As you can see, my Y is not right. I did the little cross. I always do that, I sort of correct myself as I'm going along. I don't know if anyone else does that. And I also tried a hand at green, and I didn't like how the green looked, because I think I tried to mix it with pink. I'll see in a second, I think I did. And I didn't like the sort of muddy colour it came out with. Yeah, see, it kind of goes a bit grey browny. And I like the colours individually, I just don't think I'll be mixing them again. But again, it's all part of the process of like trial and error. And I think by doing that, you find what you really like to do. Another thing is, halfway through this video, you might see my clothes change, my sleeves, because my camera dies a couple of times and I have to film this in parts, so that's the magic of video. So enjoy that. Anyway, I wonder what everyone's New Year's resolutions are, or plans for the new year, or goals. I know not everyone, or a lot of people find the sort of New Year's resolution thing quite funny as a joke, like everyone gets the gym membership and then never actually goes, and you know, it's it's kind of a meme at this point, if you will, but I find that setting myself a new goal every year does actually help me, and I do tend to improve whatever I've set out to do, especially if I keep track of it through a planner or writing it down. I'm someone that very much relies on to-do lists. Like, I will write myself a to-do list almost every day, and I find that if I don't, I'm kind of lost, and I kind of procrastinate a lot more because I want to tell myself this is next, or that's next, or maybe I should do that, or you know, not that I am to a strict routine. If I see something on my to-do list and I really don't want to do it, I'm not going to force myself, but I find that I'm more motivated if I've wrote it down in the morning. I don't know if anyone else does that as well, if it's just me. But yeah, I would love to hear what everyone's New Year's resolutions and goals are. That'll be one thing I'm asking my pen pals this year. And how you stick to them, what you do to help you stay on track. That would be really cool to find out as well, just so I could try out these methods myself. And here you can see me carrying on with this collage. I'm using some of my favourite washi tapes. Can you ever go wrong with brown grid? No, not in my book, never. And I've used a couple of vintage tickets that were gifted to me from some of my pen pals. Most of my stationery is either gifted or slowly hoarded over the years, so I'll be thanking a lot of people on this channel over time. Yeah, I actually ended up really happy with the way this page turned out. I used some of my favourite washi tape, and obviously these stickers really help things pop, like the sticker girl on this. I don't know what her name would be. I always like to think of that whenever I find a sticker girl. I try and think of a name. Maybe June. I don't know, maybe comment what you think her name would be. And the flowers, I think it all came together really nicely, especially when I started putting in my writing. At the end, I wasn't completely happy with it, so you will see me edit it a bit later, like I do a couple of stamps. And I think I rip one side of the pink memo page just because as I'm folding it, it's doing that weird thing where it folds the paper on top. So I think I went back and fixed some changes, but then I ended up really, really happy with the way it all ended up. I hope everyone likes the way it looks as well. It sounds very vain. I am usually quite happy with a lot of my creations. I end up with a sense of achievement, and I'm never too disappointed with the way my crafts turn out. I think a lot of people can be quite hard on themselves in that respect. Like, I always get pen pals saying, oh, I'm sorry that I only sent this, or this is, I did my best with this, but, and I'm always thinking I love what they create. I love getting sent whatever they've made because I think they're so creative, and they'll think of things I don't think of, and it inspires me to create more. And especially with other YouTubers as well, I see that they'll be like, oh, I did this and I wasn't quite happy with this, but I love everything. Maybe I'm not too picky, but I'm usually quite happy with everything and anything. I mean, I made it, so it's gonna be that way. So I've moved on to the next page in my mindfulness planner, and I really wanted the first proper page to be a really clear layout of my goals and what I want to achieve. And I just wanted it to be really pretty and decorated and all have this sort of nice pink fresh theme. Again, using more stickers from that sheet. That house is adorable. I want more house sticker sheets. If you have any recommendations for something like that, please comment down below. I'd love to see. And here I am rifling through one of my many folders that contain all sorts of stickers and ephemera. I got this off my nana. I think it was one of her pencil cases. It was, it works really well. It's faux leather again, so it's, save the animals. But it works actually really, really well for my sticker sheets. So I have a ton of these little letters. I could not tell you where they come from. And I just pop down some goals. And then eventually I think I write down some lines using one of my Stabilo highlighters, just to give the page a bit more interest. This is another page that I go over at the end and put a few more stamps because I felt it looked a bit empty. I like my collages to be really full, and I like white space. I think it's really good for emphasizing certain things, but in this case, I wanted it to just be full, almost like I've dumped a bunch of confetti onto the page. So, yeah, here I am. I think I love the tone of these highlighters. Pastels are a really pleasing thing to my eye. If there's a pastel version of anything, I will tend to gravitate towards that first rather than the original. Unless it's fall, then I quite like the orange, deeper orange tones and mauves and jewel tones, things like that. Are you team jewel tone or team pastel? I think most of my friends who are into crafting prefer pastels. It just seems to be something that's winning out at the moment. It's very trendy. So here we go. 1, 2, write once a day in this journal. That is the plan. Let's hope I stick to it. Hopefully I'll do a few more videos on this journal. Maybe do a few feature pages of days that were really, really good. I've never been too much into the Bujo community, bullet journaling. I tried to get into it, but I feel like I was never good at it or structured. I like keeping on track with it. I'd set out all my pages of the dates and the calendars, but I would maybe go on them once or twice because I'm not that busy. I mean, I have things to do, but I'm not so social that I need a calendar as such to write down like every day of the week. Like, well, people have weekly pages and things like that. I mean, the most I get up to in a week is maybe like the weekly shopping, more crafting, post office. and I that's how I work well off lists, because they kind of just go better on a list. So maybe I should do a notebook that is just lists. That would probably work better, like my to-dos notebook rather than a bullet journal, or I can just do a bit more crafting in it. But that, I think, is what I'm doing in this slightly, except it's not something I use to tell myself what to do. It's more of a reflection book, I would say. I'm good at reflecting. And I just put a nice quote, make it happen, because hopefully that is what I'm going to do. And yeah, I was quite happy with this page initially. I did go back and edit some bits. Then I started on my monthly spread. So when I get to the end of the month, I'm going to write down the highlights of that month. I'm going to look over what I wrote down on the daily pages and really just summarise how I felt that month. So that should be quite fun. Again, here's when my camera died. So I do come back after quite a bit of decorating. So you can see already I decorated practically all the pages. So I do a quick flip through. But I thought they were quite basic. So I pulled out these stickers from artimation.co. And they are just beautiful. I have a nice big collection of those, but she has so many different sheets to choose from that I don't think I'll ever have enough. So for the October page, which I started off with, a bit random, I put on a quilted pumpkin sticker, and these mushroom stickers. They were like the Pride Month special. I am an ally to the LGBTQ community. I have family members that are part of it, so I like to support where I can. And they just make really pretty collage pieces because they're so rainbowy and the colours are so vibrant. I use them throughout all these monthly spreads because I'm just so happy with them. And as you can see, I'm just showing off some more for March. I think this is, yeah, I haven't done a couple of pages. Is it March or November? No, I'm not sure. I'll know once I've put the little sticker for the month on there. But there's a little lineup of books, some little ladybirds, some sort of floral and flowers. They just make really cute additions. It was like a really easy way of decorating this because I wanted these pages to be decorated, but not so much that I couldn't write quite a bit, because these ones are going to have quite a bit of writing on them, hopefully anyway. So these ones have been left more simple. Now you can see I've just sped up the video a little bit just because I take quite a lot of time reaching out for things, which is kind of boring to watch, but you can at least see how I've decorated the rest of the pages. So right now I'm decorating the month of December. I think this is my favourite month in the end because I love the details with the not floral chain, like foliage chain. I saw this as like an inspirational video on Instagram, like I think it was by Notebook Therapy. You know how they do sort of tutorials on how to bujo? I think I saw something similar to this, but they also added baubles. But I like just the chain of it. I think it ended up looking really nice, and again, nothing bled through these pages, even though I used the Crayola Super Tips straight on the page, which is quite an inky, like a thick inky marker. Nothing bled through, so very impressed, very happy with that. And more stickers from Artimation Co. These ones are sort of like cozy logs and teacups. And here you can see another quick flip through and me going back on certain pages that I'd done but wanted to add a bit more detail using these stickers because I'm just so obsessed with them that I had to put them everywhere. I know some people hesitate to use stationery that they really like. They'll keep it for quite a bit, and I was like that until recently, where I just thought I've either spent my money on these products or they've been gifted to me to use, so I'm going to use them. And if it's going to a pen pal, then I can still enjoy it by making it and having it with me while I'm making it, and then if I take pictures I can still see that I loved using them and that they went into a really cute creation. So I have got rid of my fear of using my favourite stationery, which I'm quite proud of. Here I am using more of those like pride mushrooms. I think this was my favourite sticker sheet that I got because it was just so bright and really, I think it was just very satisfying about it. So I covered January in these colourful rainbow mushrooms, and I love how it looks. So another one of my goals is to hopefully post a video every week, at least for January, and then see how it goes from there. Maybe comment what videos you would like to see me create, whether you'd want more pen paling specific videos, whether you want more journaling videos, and just say what you like, or even give me ideas with themes. Let me know what themes you'd like to see me create. That would be really good. Because I really would like to grow this YouTube channel. I am having so much fun making these videos. I never thought I would. It was always something in the back of my mind that I was like, yeah, I'll do that one day. And now that I am, I'm like, why haven't I done this sooner? It's a lot of fun. So yeah, just another flip through of these pages that I'm really proud of. Yeah, let me know. I hope you like this video as much as I liked making it. So please like and subscribe and check out my Instagram at BibbyBookish.